Matt, Jonathan Hill's joining the coaching staff following Dan Green's departure. He's got a really impressive CV. He'll be a great addition to the backroom staff, won't he? Yeah,
really pleased. Obviously on the back of Dan's departure, which is going to be a big miss, a big hole to fill. We feel we've got a candidate and a new employee in line to do that, and to add a little bit to the group as well. His experience and his expertise scans over many years and many different clubs and many different capacities in terms of work as well. Educational background, going into professional football, obviously played the game himself, worked all over the world to boot, so I'm really pleased to obtain someone of Jon's calibre and get him in the last couple of weeks in and around the building, around the players. Jon's already been in the building, so he's seen us play several times. He's been part of the coaching staff. He was part of the group who took the Gillingham game, so the players are coming to terms with Dan's departure and obviously Jon's introduction to the group.
And I saw as well, he's from your neck of the woods, he's from Wigan. He's someone you know quite well, I believe, as well.
Yeah, we need more northern people down in these necks of the woods. Yeah, northern lad, Wiganer, someone who I know a bit about in terms of coming into contact with the same sort of people in the northwest. Obviously he's worked at an educational level in terms of the college area in and around the Wigan district, and then going into professional football at Man United and Man City as well, before going full time and leaving that teaching background behind. So someone I've known from afar, a lot of contacts who know us both, but someone who's got a great reputation, fantastic reputation in the game in and around the northwest and in professional football as well. So like I said, it's such a worrying time when you lose good members of staff, especially when we've got a good boot room. The environment we've created at this football club is down to the staff and their mentality towards what's needed on a daily basis. And Dan's departure is an unfortunate one, but we wish him all the best to go on to the Premier League level. And I'm so pleased that we've been able to bring Jon to the club.
Looking at his background, he's coached at Manchester United Academy and the Manchester City Academy, and when you're at Exeter City, academy players is what it's all about. So he's got that experience of working with younger players. Yeah,
and we can speak at length about the quality and the levels of the top level academies, Man City, Man United, but our academy's doing okay itself, so hopefully he can add a little bit to that. He'll work closer with Kev Nicholson, Brad Miller, Nicky Jose, so all the coaches who are working with the players who are close-ish to our first team, getting ready for that transitional phase, which we know is the hardest phase to get them into first team mindset, first team body ready, and first team game ready, and some develop at different rates, so he'll have his work cut out. We always do at Exeter City, but he's a certain character and a certain mindset towards life and football, which is really sort of endearing. He's quite a personal bloke. He will get on really well with the players and the staff alike, and we'll start to build some strong relationships.
He was assistant coach to Rennie Mullenstein at Fulham, and he's worked in Norway as well. He must have picked up several different coaching techniques from that I'm sure he'll be able to pass on to you as well.
Yeah, and we're conscious that we need different eyes, different opinions, different feelings towards different aspects of our game and our working week. Myself and Dan were so similar in terms of the way we went about our work, and you can almost put Wayne Carlisle into that bracket as well. So we're conscious of improving our dynamic as a coaching group, and Jon will certainly do that. You mentioned out in Norway, or an assistant at Fulham in the Premier League. He's worked out in Jordan as well. So his experience is second to none, and it's probably a strength of the club at the moment that when we've lost members of staff in the past, we've not been able to fill them with the same quality, whereas now we're in a position where we can look to add something else in terms of extra layers to the staffing we got and whatever provision we need to cover when we lose members of staff. So hopefully that says the success of a League One club, hopefully it says the success of the academy, but also it says the stability of the football club, that people want to come and work for us.
And obviously being in Norway, he'll be used to the cold, so when we're stood in Morecambe on a Friday night in December, he'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, well, he's a northerner, so he's tough enough, isn't he? So we don't feel the cold as much as you guys down here. But like a good bloke, and someone I'm looking forward to working with and developing a further relationship. Marcus is looking forward to delving into his big book of contacts and his network, and being able to assess what we need in January. Work is already going on towards what recruitment we will require when January comes around. We know how difficult transfer windows are, so we have to be prepared for that. And then seeing him out on the grass, and like I say, the biggest influence will be those individual relationships he'll have with the players and different opinions on their games, as opposed to what they've had for a number of seasons with myself and the current staff.